So welcome back to the channel. Today's review, Bass Jaxx Verge True Wireless Earbuds. You can find these at Five Below for the whopping price of $8 before taxes. So you're looking at about 8 and some change or so, under $9. Simplistic headset. Let's go ahead and open up the box to see if this is actually worth purchasing compared to all the other earbuds that they have sold over the years. So, tech specs while we unbox. This headset is IPX4, so for you guys that are looking for some type of splash protection, you will be able to walk outside with these. Obviously not a rainstorm, but you would be able to just sweat, go to the gym, run. If you have grease and different things like that, you should be able to, when I mean grease, like natural body oils, like liquids and things like that, sweat, you should be perfectly fine. It does have a 10-hour battery life, which means when I say 10 hours, I'm talking total. We're not talking about 10 hours and just the earbud that you get to charge it. No, we're talking just fully 10-hour battery, 10-hour battery period. So the headset itself can only get a certain amount of charge. In addition to that, you use Bluetooth 5.0. That's the standard for most of these headsets now. 32.8 feet in terms of space. So say about 31 to 33 feet roughly. Of course, you're not going to actually walk 33 feet and try to figure that out, because it does depend if you're going up steps or down steps in the basement or regular level. All of that makes a difference when it comes to that. These do have 10mm drivers, which tend to be the standard. Charging time is 2 hours total. Playtime is 10 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that because this has that the case probably fully charges with the headphones in it in about 2 hours. That seems to be the national standard for a lot of these generic headsets, which is nothing wrong with that. If you're buying this at Five Below, you're not exactly here for the best quality to begin with. It's more so you're trying to save money. So it does come with the micro USB like always. You have that right here. Just zoom in for people that are unaware of what that is. But this is like most headsets now use USB-C, of course. But Apple devices use the lightning cable, that's AirPods for those that don't know. And like I said, other cases use USB-C, but some older headsets like these still, believe it or not, use this. Right here we have the actual case. Actually, I like the design of it. It kind of feels like this is rugged enough to take a hit when you first initially look at it. But what I will say is it actually is built pretty cheap, to be honest. How do you pop this open? So you press this. So it snaps in. You press, it pops right open. And this is where the headset goes. Unfortunately, I don't see any rubber tips. For some reason, a lot of these headphones lately, they've been being a little skimpy on the earbud side, and you kind of are stuck with the one rubber tip. Of course, if you have your own, you are able to take them out and replace them so it fits you properly. But please, and I say this enough, be aware that you have to, if you switch the earbud, make sure that it fits inside this case, because you might put it on and it may not fit properly, because all earbuds have different sizes, and this may be a one-size-fit-all type scenario. So with that being said, just kind of be aware of that. So this is the headset itself. Very simplistic, decent design. When the earbuds looks like when the earbuds are connected, they're here. I'm glad that this lit up. I didn't even notice that. On the bottom is the actual headset charger right there. And it doesn't look like there's any reset button anywhere, so there's nothing you can do about that. But this is very simplistic design, decent headset enough. You do have the hook right here, so you can hook this to your belt or your book bag, whatever you want to. Again, the headset might be IPX4, but I highly doubt the case is. You never know in these circumstances, so just be safe. Make sure this piece doesn't get removed so the rain won't get inside of it. So I'm going to assume the case is probably IPX4 because of the design and the fact that this is covering the charger port. You never know, but I'm not willing to try that out because that could cause a fire or something. I'm not going to just pour water in the product. But anyway, with that being said, very simplistic design. Last thing we're going to look at is the earbud itself. As you can see right here, it says right, the other one will say left. Very similar design to, I would say, like the LG, I forget what those LG earbuds are, but if you look up any LG earbud, you'll definitely see that this design is very similar right here, this portion right here, not the actual design of the headset itself. And it does have physical buttons, so when it comes to answering and hanging up calls, you will have physical buttons. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and cut over. We're going to teach you guys how to sync this headset. Oh, also meant to mention this in the beginning. There will be timestamps in all these videos. So if you want to skip this part, like the unboxing isn't for everybody, timestamps available. So like I said, let's go ahead and hop over to the part of how to sync this actual headset. So syncing with earbuds can be done one or two ways. One of two ways. It's never both. This right here, a lot of times when you open up a case like so, they'll automatically be put in sync mode. I do not know if that was what's happening with this headset, but we're going to try it this way, and then we're going to take the earbuds out of the case and try to sync it, as long as whatever one works first. So let me unlock this. We are going to go to the Bluetooth together. We are here. Go ahead to pair. Now, I don't think that they're going to sync because normally one is blinking around this time when it's supposed to sync. So I doubt it's going to. So what I am going to do is give it a second, let this process finish. If it doesn't work, I'll take them out of the case, and it looks like it's not going to work. So let me go ahead and just close this. All right, pop it back open, take this out, take you out, let them sync to each other. So you notice when I took them out of the case, the left bud synced to the right bud, and now it's in pairing mode. So now when I go to pair device, what's going to end up happening is the Verge TWS pops up right away. So these actually connected faster than the speaker that we dealt with yesterday. Maybe it's the Bluetooth technology inside of it. I'm not too sure. Go ahead and pair that, and we are good to go. They're at 80% already. So there's that very simplistic pair process. Very easy. You don't have to worry about having to factory restore them or anything like that. Now, I will say that if you hold this power button 9 times out of 10, it probably powers it off. And this does have, most headphones can be powered on manually and powered off manually and reset manually if they have a physical button or touch button. So hopefully you won't have to go through that. And of course, we do have the instructions right here, which I will hold on to this just in case anyone bought these and has any questions. So as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and open it up right now and just take a look at what it tells you. Also, it does have functions. It's right here. So the functions right here: play and pause, go back previous song, press and hold for 1 second, advanced song, press the right hold for 1 second, volume up, double click, volume down, double click. So very simple instructions. This doesn't have active noise cancellation or anything like that. You're not buying it for that reason. You're more so buying it because you just want a cheap, affordable headset that has decent sound. So with that segue, let's go ahead and hop right into the sound, and I'll listen to some tunes and let you know how it feels in real time. Alrighty, so in this segment, I'm going to do something a little bit differently. Same process, but instead of using my music, I'm going to use the Resident Evil 3 soundtrack, the original from, I think it was 1999 or 2000, whenever the game originally came out. I had this soundtrack since back then, and I've always kept the music and preserved it. So, Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, all these different games, I have all this music, a lot of it. So earbuds are out, they're inside my ear. They are currently connected right now. So if I'm talking a little bit louder, I do apologize, but these do a slight job of blocking out a little bit of sound, but not much. So what we're going to do is, let's see, I'm just going to play a theme. They're loud. One thing I will say is that they're not even halfway up, and these things are very, very loud. Not really feeling this soundtrack right now. Let me see if I can pull up a different soundtrack, because we pull up my music. Yeah, it's loud. Uh-oh. Let me turn it up real fast. Jesus Christ. Woo. Okay. That is enough music playing for me. So what I will say about this the process of music and how it sounds. Let me take this out of my ears so you guys can hear me, so I don't have to talk super loud. The music doesn't sound good at all. Now, it has the volume. Let me be perfectly clear. The volume for this, when it was about maybe 25%, was louder than a lot of headphones at 50%. And when I scrolled this thing up to 100, boy, it was loud. It was just abnormally loud. It's like there's no type of sensors, There's no type of anything. They just said crank it all the way up, and you know, if your eardrums explode, they explode. So for you guys that love loud volume, you're gonna like these headphones a lot. It can block out a lot of different things. It could probably block out the noise of a train when it's going past and screeching, to be honest. That's how confident I am on the loudness of the headset. Now, don't get excited yet, because I know some people are like, I'm tired of buying cheap headsets that have low volume. You finally found one that had high volume. Let's talk about the bad aspects. It's very cloudy. Very, very cloudy. It's like if you were to talk into a microphone and then cover your hand on the front of the microphone tip. That's how it sound when I was actually listening to music. Nothing was clear. The bass wasn't clear. The highs, the mids, the particular instruments that I use, I don't even know what they're called, but I go through so many instruments, but the kicks weren't very well. The hats didn't sound good. When I listened to a couple songs in the Resident Evil soundtrack just for those couple seconds, it was just, even at lower volumes, you know how sometimes when you use cheaper headphones, you turn them up, it starts getting distorted. It felt distorted and cloudy the moment I turned it on. So if you're trying to really enjoy current music out, rap, R&B, soundtrack, hell, Resident Evil, remember, that's more, to me, falls in the classical range because it uses a lot of instruments. It did not sound good at all. I cannot stress enough that outside of volume, which it has that, comfort, which I'll show you guys how this look in a moment too. It just didn't sound very good, to be honest with you. It sounded terrible. And out of a lot of the headphones that I deal with, I do believe that some people will like these because of just the sheer loudness of the volume and the fact that you could drown out the rest of the world. But you do run the risk of damaging your eardrums because these do not, you know, some headphones sound loud and accurate and good with bass and quality, and you can just hear the HD sharpness. This don't have none of that. And it's not about the $8 price tag before anybody says anything. It really isn't, because there are other headphones in this price range that sound much better. I don't know what Jaxx is doing when it comes to their headset. It seems like they're just making different things and kind of just throwing any type of speaker and driver in there and just selling it. That, again, I don't know how much these headphones would have normally cost before it got to Five Below, but man, it does not sound good at all. I'll be honest, you can just wait for a sale at Best Buy and go get yourself some J-Labs or something like that for $12.99 instead of the regular $19.99 price. Though, again, these are much thinner. They do feel good. So I'm going to show you how they look in the ear, and then we're going to do a sound test of an actual recording of like how it would sound if you were doing a phone call. And then we're going to just basically close up this video. We don't need to make it longer than necessary. So right here is how the headset is going to look. The audio that you hear is coming out of my glasses, not the earbuds. We are going to do a audio test with the earbuds in a moment, but for right now, I just wanted you to see how this sounds. I'm sorry, how it sounds, how it looks in the ear. So they are very, very comfortable. They're lightweight headphones. The particular size fit my ears just fine. It would have been nice if they came with extra rubber tips, but unfortunately they do not. So it is what it is. But this is a very simplistic design. You see these all the time, the stem designs. They feel good. I've had this in my ear for about an hour and 20 minutes, a total, and I haven't had any type of ear fatigue or issues. I mean, I didn't notice it was there. Some headphones you can definitely tell that they're super comfortable and you can wear them for just hours upon hours, but you got to remember that this has a 10-hour battery life, and that's included with the case. So if we're just talking, it only gives you a couple hours of battery before you have to pop it back inside the case and charge it. So with that being said, let's hop over to the voice recording so you can hear how it sounds, and then we'll just, like I said, wrap this video up. So right here, this is the headset, how it sounds when you're actually on a phone call. Now, the reason I use the recorder is because sometimes, it's one thing if you're having a conversation with someone and you're asking them how you sound. Different people have different phones, and it's going to and different services, so it's going to sound differently to many different people. So I wanted to give you more of an accurate idea of how this is going to sound. And oddly enough, it's making this weird buzzing noise in the left earbud for some reason. It stopped now and I had to adjust the earbud. Maybe it was just the rubber moving back and forth. But yeah, like I said, if you're having a phone call and someone hears you, this is how you're going to sound. So just kind of be aware of that when buying this headset. So honestly, after reviewing everything, doing all the edits to this video, I come to a conclusion that These headphones are actually decent headphones. If we're talking about the quality of talking to other people, you heard the voice quality. Most headphones have terrible voice quality where, like I said, it sounds like you're getting dragged underneath water while getting punched at the same time. That's what it sounds like most other earbuds, cheaper ones. But believe it or not, the sound quality in terms of talking to another person, doing recordings, if you're a vlogger, things like that, is actually not bad. They do not sound bad at all. It's actually pretty clear. What I will say is that it did sound like, I wasn't even talking loud, and it seemed, this headset just seems to be able to pick up noise in front of it a lot better than a lot of earbuds, which could be a problem if you're outside. It's probably going to pick up a lot of background noise too. I'm just going to call it right here. So kind of be aware of that. When we talk about the music aspect of things, again, the music didn't sound that great. I'm used to Galaxy Buds, AirPods, Bose, just all different type of headphones, Skull Candies, different things that sound much better than this. But the difference is that this product is $8. Those products are normally $39, $49, $59, $60, $100, $150, $200. It depends. Right now, this is a pair of Galaxy Bud Pros that I decided to use again. And it's a situation where, it's not comparable to this. But the reason I compare earbuds to like the higher quality brand earbuds is because this will give you, the consumer, an idea of, what it is that you want to pay for. Personally, I don't pay $200 for headphones. I did originally when I started doing reviews. I just want to get it day one. But there's enough people out there that get your product, they get tired of it, they sell it to a pawn shop, they sell it for cheap. I'm that guy that wants to buy it so that I can review it. And I actually got these Galaxy Bud Pros for $40 used at a pawn shop. Go figure. And of course, I ordered the case myself off of Amazon, as you can see. But anyway, the point is, we're talking about the Verge over here, the Bass Jaxx. These are not a bad pair of headphones. Outside of the cloudy music, it's not distinguishable, like you can't hear audio and voices and things like that. You can still enjoy all of those things. It's just that if you're used to a better grade of headset, just a slightly more expensive, you are going to notice a difference in the audio quality, and it could be an issue for you. But if you're the regular person, and I understand as an average person myself, there's times where I'm like, listen, I don't need the best brand out there. I just want what works and what works well for me. Be aware that this is a Five Below brand. And a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, a year from now, we don't know when this is going to act up. There is no app support. You don't have warranties for the company. And if you do, I'm glad you found out, because I don't think you do. It's from Five Below. It's $8. You can always replace it with something else. Now, if you're looking for something more expensive, like I said, check out my discography of just different type of earbuds on this channel, and you'll definitely find something. Or if you want a suggestion, I'll throw a suggestion out there based on your ear type, meaning the choice of earbuds you had previously, and we can move forward from there. If you like the AirPod design, but you don't want earpods, I got a suggestion for that. If you want this design like this, but you want something more expensive, I have a suggestion. So it really depends what it is that you're looking for. And the holiday season's coming up. But like I said, if you buy this for someone, I say, yeah, absolutely get it. The case is ideal. Even though it feels cheap, it's a thick, solid case. If you drop this, it's not going to break right away or anything like that. It might get scuffed. You have to press the button to pop it open. Otherwise, it's not going to open. And I tried. I've dropped this. I threw it on across the room just one time just to test it out. It was on carpet, of course, and the case didn't pop open. So it is very, very solid. I like it. I just wish the music quality was a little bit better, but everything else about it works just fine. And of course, you can find it in multiple colors at Five Below. I forget the exact ones, but they do have multiple color options. With that being said, like always, like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, be safe and take care.